If you're seeing a GIMP plugin folder error, don't worry because this is usually caused by the wrong folder path, an outdated installer, or a broken plugin file. In this video, I'll show you how to troubleshoot it step by step so you can get GIMP working again quickly and safely. If this helps, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple software tutorials like this. Let's get into it. First, open GIMP on your computer. Once it loads, go up to Edit, then click Preferences. This is where GIMP stores all of its important file path settings, including the folders it uses for plugins. On the left side of the Preferences window, scroll down until you see Folders. Click the small arrow to expand it, then select Plugins. On the right side, GIMP will show you the paths it is currently using for plugin files. This is the most important place to check, because if the plugin installer is looking in the wrong location, it can trigger a folder error right away. Now compare those paths with the folder your plugin is actually supposed to use. GIMP usually has two types of plugin locations, a system folder and a user folder. The system folder is generally read only, while the user folder is the one you should usually place your plugins into. If you are using Windows, the default user plugin path is often something like c/users/admin/appdata roaming GIMP version name plugins. The exact version name may vary depending on whether you are using GIMP 2.10 or GIMP 3.0, so always check the folder path inside Preferences instead of guessing. If your installer says folder not found or invalid folder, the first thing to do is verify that the path actually exists on your computer. Open File Explorer and manually browse to the folder. If it is missing, create it exactly as GIMP expects it. Make sure the folder name is spelled correctly because even a small typo can stop the plugin from loading. Next, if you are trying to install a plugin on GIMP 3.0 and the installer complains about a lib plugins directory, that usually means the installer is outdated. It was built for GIMP 2.10 and does not match the newer folder structure used by GIMP 3.0. In that case, the fix is not inside GIMP itself. You need to find a newer version of the plugin or installer that supports GIMP 3.0. If there is no updated version available, the plugin may simply not be compatible yet. Now let's talk about another common issue. Plugin crash errors or dependency errors during startup. If GIMP opens and then throws a folder-related error, one of your plugin files may be broken or incompatible. The easiest way to test this is to go into your plugin folder and temporarily move the plugin files out to another location, then restart GIMP. If GIMP starts normally after that, you know one of the plugins is the problem. From there, add the plugins back one at a time until the error returns. That will help you identify the exact file causing the issue. If you find the broken plugin, reinstall it cleanly from a trusted source. This often fixes missing files, bad permissions, or incomplete installations. Also, if you recently copied plugins from another computer, make sure the files are not blocked, compressed incorrectly, or placed inside an extra nested folder. GIMP needs the actual plugin files in the correct plugins directory, not buried inside another folder inside the folder. That small mistake causes a lot of confusion. If you are still stuck, check file permissions too. Sometimes GIMP cannot read or write to the plugin folder because Windows is preventing access. Right-click the plugin folder, open Properties, and make sure your user account has the proper permissions. If needed, run GIMP as an administrator just to test whether the issue is permission-related. So to quickly recap, the main fixes are: verify the plugin path inside GIMP Preferences, make sure the folder exists, update outdated installers for GIMP 3.0, remove broken plugins, and reinstall any plugin that crashes GIMP. Most plugin folder errors are solved by one of those steps. If this video helped, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more GIMP tutorials, software fixes, and beginner-friendly guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.